Hi, if you're like me, you might be a YouTube person where you gave up on mainstream media. But I came across a real good one called it's The School of Life. Got 6 million subscribers. I just found it. You know how you'll just be on YouTube for a long time and then suddenly you'll find something brand new and interesting. But the topic was why Voltaire said you must cultivate your own garden. And it's 5 or 6. There it is, right there. But anyway, it's just the idea. I guess they came stumbled across this guy in Turkey, and he wasn't at all interested in the politics. He and his family were taking care of the garden and feeding themselves and other people, and so that's a good thing. That is a good thing, and I try to live my life that way pretty much. And but on the other hand, I to me this YouTube thing, I think we all don't we all kind of enjoy the battle and the friction a little bit. I do, but I it's a good reminder to not take it all that seriously. But and then I was looking at my browsing history. If you're like me, you know how you just go all over the place. Um, I'll just show you. I'll scroll down. I don't know how this is going to work, but here's one. PragerU. That's a good one. The dodo. See, this is crazy. That's what I like. I like the dodo, you know, these animal videos. Alex Belfield, the voice of reason. That's over there in England. And then this lady, Liz Wheeler. That's a good one. And Carl Vernon, another one over in England. And then here, now I go into track. I love the track. And this one, a friend of mine told me about this. This is very fascinating. This Liziki. This is a Chinese young lady somewhere in the outback in China. And she does all these incredible things. And she's got like 12 million followers. And I watched a little bit of it. And it's well done. It's got soothing music. It's very beautiful, and people are just raving about how creative she is and how brilliant she is. And when I watched it, I could tell it was all staged. It's kind of subtle, but I was watching her use a hoe, for example, and it was kind of clumsy, to be honest. And I farmed, so you know, and I worked with the Mexicans, alongside the Mexicans and other laborers, and it's really rough, you know. And this lady is real pretty, very pretty, and she does kind of throw things around a little bit, but it's definitely you can learn a lot. Don't want to disparage it. It's very educational. It's well done, but it's definitely, I think, in my opinion, very much staged. Now, I'm sure, and yet people believe it. They just think, oh, she's just a self-made woman. Well, I mean, that's just my impression. And totally fake. But you could learn a lot and maybe even, you know, enjoy it. So I'm not putting it down that much. And then, of course, Trump and liberal hive mind, valuetainment, then Trump, residents moving out of California. Oh, one I came across is that people are claiming they're better off today than they were 4 years ago. And I'm thinking, well, how the hell does that work out? How can people think that with all the stuff that's been going on? Just doesn't make much sense. And, well, I'm going to try and keep, I've kind of wasted a lot of your time already, but I just wanted to talk to you about what interests me, and maybe you have the same experience. This is a great era, you know. This is another reason I don't think we need school at all. We all have different interests, and they stifle that. I was a very stifled kid in school, and And I remember thinking the whole time I was there, what do I want to do? I mean, because the idea growing up was that you got to get a job. You're going to have to work at some point in your life. And I don't even know if that's true anymore. But that was the culture that I grew up in the 40s and 50s. But they weren't allowing me to explore anything much. Very boring. I hated it. I really hated it quite a bit. I mean, there were some good things about it, but friends and all. But we can do all that. We don't need to go to school. It's not the government's role, in my opinion, to provide free schooling at all. It's crazy. It's a trap. I see that now. And my mom was a PTA president and very involved in it at one time. And my parents would probably be agape, or maybe they wouldn't by now. Okay, this is enough. 6 minutes. Bye.